everyone, Alec DeLorean here, and I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Now today we have the Skora for or against video. In these videos we look at all of her pros, her cons, and then we have final thoughts at the end in which we talk about is she meta, not meta, or borderline meta, and then if you need to level her up to level 25 for her to be viable, or if you can just be a level 1 Skora and still dominate the match. But before we get into it, if you would like to join the Patreon or Discord, the links are in the description below, and if you enjoyed this video, this content and all things Star Wars related, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the video. Alright, so Skora, for or against. The very first pro that I have for Skora is she is extremely agile. She is so good at just getting out of bad situations, maybe even the best at getting out of bad situations, because when she dashes, she moves really fast. So that is really good for a support, especially if you get jumped by Reeve or Aaron Tall or anyone for that matter. She can quickly get out of a bad situation and continuously heal the team, which is always what you want from a support. And then the next pro I have is she is long and close range healing. So the best thing about Skora is she can heal from anywhere on the map, unlike Xena and Sprocket, who need to be Xena close range and then Sprocket close to mid range kind of, whereas Skora, she can heal close range, mid range, long range, you name it. As long as you can see them, you will heal them. So she's really versatile. She's overall the best healer in the game, and she has been for a long time. So if you are thinking about maining a healer but you don't know which, Skora is definitely the best bet at the minute as of season 4. And then her ultimate is decent. It did receive a very slight nerf, but it wasn't too much where it's rendered useless. It's really good at when you're playing objective modes like dynamic control or power control. If there's enemies on the zone and you want them off it, just throw down your ultimate. It most of the time covers up the whole area, especially on power control. It definitely does. So that just jumps all enemies off it, and you can sometimes get a free capture at that point, but depends on who you're playing against. But yeah, her ultimate is really good. I also absolutely love her stim shot ability. It's probably the best thing about Skora in my opinion, for two reasons. It's an instant boom, here's a bunch of health, clutch, oh my god, I've just saved my teammate's life, and I love that. Yeah, really good at just a quick get out of jail free card. But also, I don't think many people notice this, but the stim shot ability gives you 10% ultimate charge no matter what. So a lot of the times if I'm playing Skora, the match starts, boom, I put out a stim shot, I'm already 10% towards my ultimate, and the game's only just started, not even a second in. So her stim shot ability is really good. And then I'm also going to put the self-heal passive, because it's a good thing, right? Self-heal. It's not the craziest. You can't, like, it's not as good as Xena's self-healing possibilities, but after you don't do any, if you don't heal anyone or shoot your weapon after, I think it's 2 seconds or something, or 1.5 seconds, she starts to heal over time, but at that point you're not healing your teammates, so it depends on the situation. But it's still good, because that means you don't have to run to find a health power-up, and you can just stop healing, heal yourself up after 2 seconds, then go back to healing without having to run away. But yeah, it's not crazy good, but it's decent. And then another good thing about Skora is her weapon is hit scan. So what I mean by hit scan is there's no travel time for the bullet, or the poison in this case, to get to the target. So you don't have to lead your shots. As soon as you shoot, it hits the enemy kind of thing. Hit scan characters or hunters are very good, because it's really easy to hit enemies. And because it's hit scan, she's really good at dealing damage other than Xena and Sprocket, because she's a very consistent, she can do consistent damage, and it's really easy to hit enemies, especially if the tank's big targets, easier to hit. And then with all pros, we have cons. So the first con that I have is she can be 1 or 2 shot by a few hunters. As of right now, Nox does 180 damage critical headshot, and that is more than all of Skora's health, so she dies in 1 shot. Reeve used to be able to 1-shot Skora with her lightsaber throw, but that got nerfed to 140 damage, whereas Skora has 150 health, so she doesn't get 1-shot by it now, but it's still, you get 10 health left by then. you're cooked, basically. So she's very, very squishy, one of the squishiest, if not the squishiest in the game. And that's why she needs a good get out of jail free card by her dash, because she will die in a split second if you're not on top of it. Then the ultimate falls off on Squad Brawl. Now, what I mean by this is, like I said earlier, you throw your ultimate on the objectives, on the zones, like on power control, and the enemies aggravated by this because they can't get onto the zone. Whereas on Squad Brawl, the enemies will just move out of it, and they don't because they don't need to be there, so they can just move somewhere else, if you know what I mean. So it's only good at healing because at least at that point, your teammates will know to stand in it, hopefully, if you have good teammates. But yeah, on objective modes, it's so much more useful because your team are all going to be on the point and the enemies can't get on the point. But Squad Brawl, they can just run away. Now, this is what I was meaning by the earlier one with the self-heal, is it's not an efficient way, so you have to wait. You can't do anything. You can't heal teammates. You have to wait for your self-heal to come off. So a lot of the times I do just use my dash to go to the health power-up, but there are situations where I do just run away, run around the corner, wait for my self-heal to come off. But it's not an efficient way to stay alive because you can't really use it in the middle of a match. Like Zaina can just heal herself in the middle of a fight. And like I said, yeah, she has the lowest health in the game. I don't know how much Reeve have. She might have 160, so that would mean Skora's the lowest. But yeah, both of them still really low health. Skora is very, very squishy, if not the squishiest in the game. So let's go down to our final thoughts. Take a seat, everyone. Is Skora a meta hunter? Yes, she is. She has been the meta hunter for basically the whole 4 seasons since launch. She was absolutely season 1 meta hunter. Season 2, definitely. Season 3, Sprocket got a few buffs, so he's kind of better on some game modes, but still Skora is super viable. And yeah, season 4, Skora is super viable as well now. So basically every single season, Skora has been the best overall healer in the game. So yeah, she still is in that spot, and she rightly so has that medal of best support in the game. So the next question is, do you need to level Skora high for them to be viable? Long story short, no, because you already have your stim shot, so you're going to get your 10% ultimate charge, and you're going to instantly heal a bunch of teammates, so that's already fantastic. Yeah, weapons hit scan already and doesn't change. You do a lot of healing with the weapon, doesn't change the stats there, and the self-heal is already like hit and miss. Like it's good, but it's also good at level 1. So Skora is definitely a hunter where if you have Fame Grant, don't use it on her, because she's still a level 1 Skora can do just as well as a level 25 Skora. So don't worry about leveling up Skora too fast. If you're worried about that, use your Fame Grants on someone else. And yeah, those are my final thoughts for Skora. Well, there you go. Those are my pros, my cons, and my final thoughts for Skora. Long story short, yes, she is all for Skora. Season 1, I'm for her. Season 2 for her. Season 3, Season 4, and then most likely Season 5 as well, because we're not getting a healer in the next season. So she's probably still going to be the #1 healer for Season 5. So 5 seasons, yeah, she's just been absolutely dominating the healing scene. And yeah, I won't keep you any longer because there's nothing else to say other than she's the best healer. Yeah, great, fantastic. So yes, I won't keep you longer. So if you'd like to join the Patreon or Discord, the links are in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, this content, and all things Star Wars related, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.